The New Orleans Pelicans had the defending NBA champions on the ropes, staring at the jaws of defeat. But you know, if there's a clutch situation, the Pelicans are never going to come through. So I'm going to break that down right now in the Pelicans Scoop. Cue the music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host, the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. But we got to dive into the Pelicans. Obviously, it's the Pelicans page, and I got the victory hoodie on, even though they didn't win. I get it. I know. I don't want to hear no comments about that. But at the end of the day, this might have been one of the Pelicans' best shots at actually winning a game. Granted, outside the Wizards, they get the scraping a W against some bottom feeders. No, I'm talking the defending NBA champions. I'm talking about a team that's more than likely going to be in the finals again this year, the Boston Celtics. And y'all know, if you've been following this page, this channel for a little minute, y'all know that I always use the Boston Celtics right now as like the example of like how it's supposed to be done. Like, this is basketball. Like, they play basketball the right way. That sounds so like they know how to play basketball the right way, but like they just know how to. Joe Mazzulla is an excellent coach, right? So y'all know I like to use the Boston. Hey, hands up. I'll be glazing the Celtics, okay? Pause if needed. I'd be glazing the Celtics. So I specifically, because there's a lot of NFL football going on, playoff football, specifically made it a priority to watch this game because I wanted to see how a bad, terrible basketball team looks next to a prestigious defending NBA champion. And ladies and gentlemen, all I want to say is the Pelicans gave you their best shot. The Celtics, whether you want to believe this or not, they definitely played down to the competition. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis couldn't make a layup. I mean, Derek White, clueless turn. Like, Derek White had a bad game. Drew Holiday do nothing extraordinary. Jaylen Brown didn't have 20. Zion was defending Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown didn't have 20. Jason Tatum was all they had. Point blank, period. Graded. Jason Tatum's a top, 5 NBA player in the NBA right now. So Jason Tatum was all they had. So if you was going to, this was their best opportunity to beat the Celtics. They played down to the competition. Like, Jason Tatum missed 2 free throws at the end of the game. Like, they were doing a lot of things that the Celtics normally don't do, especially when they're playing like the Cavs or, the Thunder, or even though the Thunder put belt to you-know-what to them. But so this was your best chance, okay? Regardless, like you said, they played down. And the Pelicans almost had them. They should have had them, except for a couple just boneheaded decisions late in the game, in the clutch. But you can say that about every game they've lost pretty much all season. Every game under Willie Green's tenure, if it's not a blowout and it's a close game, some type of blunder. But at the end of the day, I had to look in the mirror and say this. Why am I expecting so much out of an 8-32 basketball team? Why am I still surprised that an 8-32 basketball team is struggling in the clutch and in close moments in games and trying to find a way to win? Why am I tripping about an 8-32 basketball team that still can't find a way to get over the hump and win close games, especially games where the Celtics are like, y'all can have it. Like, it's okay. Like, we know where we're going. Okay, so if y'all want to get a little W, it's okay. Like, y'all can have it. And we still, just little things could not get over the hump. All right, Trey Murphy, fantastic game, 30 points, efficient. Think he shot over 50% from 3. Beautiful. And at this point, you got to get rid of Brandon Ingram. All right, there's no way that Trey Murphy can return to the bench. I don't know how anybody can even justify that anymore. He's proven to you time and time again that he's gotten better every year he's been in the NBA. He's ethical. What I mean by ethical, like, he's efficient. Trey Murphy's not sitting there shot chucking and all this. Like, as the games have gone on, he's one of the prime examples that maybe if Zion would actually be on the court and, practice and, be there, that this is what can happen, bro, if you just play games. You will get consistently better. You will get better. Look at Trey Murphy now. His shot selection is way more better. He's way more aggressive. I mean, he had a crazy turnover. He just overthrew I don't know who was it, CJ or DeJounte? He overthrew somebody. He was like, hit one of those like, damn. But seeing his progression and that he actually takes 3-pointers, a lot of them, and he makes them, Brandon Ingram has to go. All right, there's no way that you can bring B.I. back and then put Trey on the bench. You're just going to piss everybody off. They have to. I may do a video talking about. I hate to do the hypothetical talk about trades and all that, especially with Brandon Ingram or with trade CJ and do all that. So I'm not even gonna do that, especially for this video. This is about the game. But Brandon Ingram has to go. All right, that's what I've seen from Trey Murphy is that he is a guy that moving forward, especially if Zion actually cares, they could be a nice little duo. Now Zion started off extremely slow, but his playmaking was there. His defensive detail was on point. Zion was tapped in defensively. He started getting going later on towards the end of the game, but at the same time, Zion also ends up shooting you in the back of the head at the end of the game, having a crazy turnover in the clutch, and then follows that turnover in the clutch and does like a step back Luka Doncic three. Like, bro, you don't even practice that shot. I don't think I've ever seen him do that shot. I'm not saying he did admit like that people gonna be like, well, don't y'all say y'all want Zion to shoot threes? Like, this is not what you guys wanted. Y'all wanted Zion to shoot threes? Yes. We want Zion to shoot threes. I want Zion to shoot, because Zion has a set shot. Like, it's not like Zion is a jump shooter. Maybe, a catch and shoot three, preferably. I mean, Jaylen Brown defended it okay. All right, Jaylen Brown defended it okay. But that's not what you do. You're not even a three-point. You're not even a shooter like that. All right, you're down 3 with a minute left early in the clock. Bro, put your head down and go to the rack or drive and kick to Trey Murphy. I mean, CJ McCollum was off last night. He didn't have a really good game. Then he missed the end of the. I'll get to CJ. I'll do CJ after this. But you got Trey right next to you, and you think you're Luka Doncic, James Harden, Manu Ginobili? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I hated that shot. I feel like, you want some? Yeah, you can start taking threes, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, maybe get going. Maybe make one or two beforehand. You're like, okay, I'm feeling tonight. Like, you didn't even make a three up until that point, and then you bricked it, pretty much sealed the game if Jason Tatum could make free throws. And then Jason Tatum, that's what I'm saying, like the Celtics played down to the competition. Jason Tatum's not missing bricking free throws in a clutch like that, especially, Joe Mazzulla would have ran on court and put him in a sleeper hole and knocked him out. You do that, Jason Tatum gives you a blessing in disguise. Like, all right, I'm like, oh, let's go, man. Pelicans, man, we can win this game, man. Let's find a way to, maybe get Zion going down. We're down 1 point at this point. You're down 1, okay? You're down 1. I'm thinking, maybe let's get Zion going downhill or, let's get the ball in Zion's hands and let him make a decision. Trey, don't shoot no threes, Zion. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, either attack the glass and kick it out, right? They give it to CJ. Grant, CJ, he's been here. Zion, obviously, I get it, Willie. Like, the dude you had to suspend him. He ain't been here, whatever. So I get, Willie just like, all right. Trey, on the other hand, I don't know why, whatever. But the problem is it wasn't a bad shot. What CJ ended up getting, it wasn't a bad look at all. All right, the play actually worked. CJ gets a floater that he takes a million times that I haven't seen CJ McCollum make a million times. I didn't see CJ, like, it wasn't like damn, like, no, it was just, damn, he missed. But CJ McCollum, I'll be real, guys, CJ in the clutch, Pelicans really don't have a guy like that. So CJ taking that last shot, I mean, I get it. It was open. It was a good look. But CJ, he's just not that guy in the clutch. All right, that's not. I've seen CJ miss a lot of clutch buckets. I've seen CJ have some clutch blunders. Now people gonna be, oh well, he did. Okay, so I'm not too mad about the last shot. I'm mad about the boneheaded decision that led up into the last shot, and ultimately, like, the Celtics were just trying to give you the game, and the Pelicans still, in the jaws of defeat, just couldn't get it done. But you're an 8-32 basketball team. Do you really want to be winning these games? Like, does it really matter? I just want to see progression. Now, DeJounte, he started off blazing hot, cooled off as the games went on, but his still rebounding, playmaking, and defensive ability is still, a valuable piece. I don't really have any issues with DeJounte last game at all. I just wish that the Pelicans ran a lot more Zion and DeJounte pick and rolls, or just something. They need to be in the action a lot more than what they do. All right, it just need to be some type of pick and roll with Zion. Like, I don't know why they don't be spamming these type of pick and roll. Like, Zion on the pick and roll with DeJounte would feed families. Some type of lob or finish. The Pelicans need to run more of that. But again, you're 8-32 basketball team. I just have to keep that in perspective. So I be trying to sit here and like, well, maybe they do this, but also they're 8-32, man. Like they kind of don't want to do it. Is what what we see. Maybe Zion can practice. I don't know. Maybe Brandon Ingram can just go away. All right. I don't know anymore what to expect from an 8-32 basketball team. I can keep trying to say, well, maybe they do this a little bit differently. These guys actually get paid to do this. So I just talk about it. They're making no money like that. Like, these guys are getting paid millions. We'll see if they can kind of clean it up against the Bulls. So they got the Chicago Bulls on Tuesday in Chicago. All right, Zion should play, but if you go out and say it on a limb, you never know. He might miss the flight, or Zion's in Cancun or something, and they don't even know where he's at. They got to do a FBI manhunt to find Zion. So I don't know. I would assume he will play against the Bulls. Knowing the Pelicans, who knows, man? The damn team bus to the game. They actually make it to Chicago, but the team bus wheels freeze over. Now they got to walk to the arena, like something weird like that. So Zion can play. I would say the guy to beat the Bulls. Pelicans, just do what y'all do. All right, just do what y'all do. All right, man. So I think you guys are sticking it for another edition of Pelicans Scoop. Sorry, guys. It's just we're 8-32 basketball team, and I'm trying to give solutions. Just shut up, Jordan. End the video. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys for sticking in. I'm out. Peace.